So there's certain things we need to do. We need to take the vine. Don't forget the vine. We need it.
That vine rope could be useful.
It will become useful. It's a washing machine.
The contraption consisted of a crude wooden wheel with wooden slats.
That's some ingenuity right there. Even though it looks like it's easy to make, it's probably not. I mean, I couldn't make it. I'm too stupid. I could barely draw a circle. We've got a water wheel and a pump.
The iron rim of the water wheel would have torn the skin from my fingers if I'd touched it.
That's if. If you touched it.
It seemed to be working just fine.
Leaves?
It was a pile of damp leaves.
Okay, so we need to get inside the treehouse. Unfortunately, this dude's playing an organ. And
Hello? Anyone home?
he can't hear us. So what we need to do is we need to set a fire in these leaves, which then draws the smoke into the pump and then floods the whole treehouse. As you do. So what you need to do is you need to put the statement from 𝘨𝘨𝘮𝘦𝘴 on the leaves, because we don't need that. It's basically just scrap.
I placed the bank statement over the damp leaves.
And then if you right-click on the 𝘱𝘦𝘴𝘱𝦦𝘪𝘳 statue...
It was the flint statue of 𝘱𝘦𝘴𝘱𝑦𝘦𝘪𝑗𝑚 I'd found in Marseille.
The flint statue. If you use the statue on the water wheel, because it's flint, it sparks. Fire, baby.
As I held the fetish to the iron rim of the wheel,
Damn
a
right.
shower of sparks cascaded onto the leaves.
You get for not having a post box or a doorbell. It's a vicar.
Quick, man, put out that fire. I've got a sick woman up here.
Sorry, Father, but I needed to attract your attention.
There we go. That's a cool bloody house it's got, isn't it? Oh, it's coming down. It looks like he's got bananas on his feet.
Who are you? And what do you want?
My name is Stobart, George Stobart.
I'm Father Hubert. I don't suppose you speak French.
Huh? Why do you want to know that?
I found a young woman with a fever by the river this morning. The poor girl is close to death, and there's nothing I can do for her but pray. I don't understand her, but I think she's speaking French.
Hang on. That must be Nico.
So we both, for some reason, ended up at the same area, which is very unlikely in a river, but yeah, we'll go with it.
What are you doing out here in the jungle?
God's work. Not quite the destination I had in mind when I set out, but well, you know what they say? Mysterious ways and so on.
What a random place for a priest to come.
You didn't plan to end up here?
No. I was on my way to the miners' camp in the north. I was stuck here when my boat capsized on the river.
That's exactly what happened to me. How long have you been here?
11 years.
I don't want to spend 11 years in this bloody jungle, thank you.
That's my girlfriend you've got in your treehouse. What's the matter with her?
She's been bitten by a venomous river snake.
But can't you do something for her? There's a cure, isn't there?
I ran out of penicillin and morphine years ago, but the local people speak of a root which they believe will counteract the poison.
I don't think penicillin and morphine will help when you're bitten by a snake. I don't think it would. I mean, it might alleviate your pain, but you're still going to die.
Where can I find this root?
I don't know, but maybe the shaman at the village can tell us.
The shaman.
Will you show me the way to the village?
Me? Oh, but I can't.
Can't? Nico's life depends on it.
You're right. Of course I should, despite my own guilt and shame. But I can't go as a representative of God with a creased collar.
A creased collar? You mean you put your personal attire higher than the life of a sick woman?
I will not go to that village looking anything but my best.
Give me your collar. I'm sure I can find a way to press it.
I love it. It's like, I ain't going until my collar's pressed. What an
In the
asshole.
meantime, I must contemplate my sermon.
There was obviously more than a creased collar bothering the priest.
Yes. Maybe he's guilty of something. What could a priest be guilty of? I may be wondering. So, we use the press. Good old press.
It was heavy. I guess that was intentional.
Yep. Use the cross on the press. We could have done something beforehand, but it doesn't really matter. You could do the next step before you do this.
The leverage from the cross allowed me to turn one of the stones, but the other one remained stationary.
I just wanted George to move the cross over here, so I don't have to watch him do the animation. So use the vines on the press. It should create some kind of belt, like a fan belt.
The vine provided a drive belt to connect
belt.
the two stones.
It's a belt, and then if you put the pressed collar, put the collar into the press.
So there I was, hundreds of miles from civilization, doing the housework for a priest.
Hey, it could
It's
be
a
worse.
strange world.
Yeah, could be worse. Use it on the press.
The press worked surprisingly well on the collar.
That's probably what it was for. Probably drying bringing out his clothes. Pick up the collar. We're done. Nice. There you go, Hubert. One pressed collar. Now you have no excuse.
Here's your collar, Father.
Thank you, George. You'd probably think it a little odd of me to make such a fuss.
Oh no. If I'd been living in the jungle for 11 years, I'd be completely screwy too.
Screwy? Yes, perhaps I am. Ever since my last visit to that village.
What did you do in the village, Father?
Do you want to tell me what happened at the village?
I forgot my vows. I let myself be overwhelmed by the beauty of this unspoiled paradise, and in a moment of weakness, animal passion reared its rampant head.
You know, you should be writing romantic novels.
We got down and dirty with some of the local village girls. Naughty, naughty man.
Did you experience some kind of a physical liaison at the village?
Yes, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I found myself doing the monkey dance.
I've never heard it called that before. And I didn't want to pry any deeper into Hubert's murky past. Now you've got your collar back, will you take me to the village?
I've still not finished my sermon.
Look, Father, I still don't know why you're so reluctant to visit that village, and it's none of my business. Whatever the reason, it can't be more important than saving Nico's life.
You're right. I must be crazy. We must make haste if we're to reach the village before nightfall.
Just point me in the general direction.
By the time we reached the village, it was sunset.
Oh. Took a long bloody time, didn't it?
Hello, boys. Glad to see you're still wearing the underpants. What?
They're the best Christmas present we ever had, Father. Mine are too tight.
Well, we all have our cross to bear. This is George. He has a request to make. I'm afraid I can't stay. Good luck, George.
I thought he brought the pants. Just walk around with the
That's a
dick
relief.
out.
I never feel comfortable with him about.
Me neither. These damn pants keep riding right up my butt.
So, what do you want?
Their voices are so random. They're not supposed to sound like that. Surely.
My girlfriend has been bitten by a snake.
So, everyone in my family has been bitten by snakes.
I was bitten by a dormouse once.
She's real sick. I hoped your wise man might have medicine.
Wise man? You must have the wrong village.
It's called a shaman. Or a shaman.
Father Hubert said there was a wise man in the village who could help me.
No, there's no one of that description here.
Ooh, he must mean the old man, the shaman.
I thought he just made up all those stories he tells. I never thought of him as being wise.
Brilliant.
Are you going to stand by and let my girlfriend die?
Of course not. What do you think we are, savages?
We'll start the preparations for a cremation feast.
I mean, if it's food, I want to go.
I'd like to see the shaman, please.
You can't just go walking in there and demand to speak to the shaman.
Why not?
You have to observe the protocol. The shaman demands tribute.
Tribute? You mean like a gift?
That's right.
The eternal question. What do you give a man who has everything?
Give him nothing, because he has everything. So you're supposed to give him the Jaguar Stone or the Coyote Stone, or I'm pretty sure it's. There might be another. I can't remember. This you're supposed to give him this stone, but we'll give him dog biscuits because what the hell not?
Here, he'll like these biscuits.
If you say so.
Join the Dog Biscuit Eating Corporation.
So, is this your first visit to our planet?
I am from the same planet as you. I'm from California. Why, we're practically neighbors.
He liked the biscuits, especially the black ones. He wants to know if you've any more.
Can I go in now? Hey, we can't go in yet. You go give him the stone.
This stone is what brought me here.
That's a spirit stone. I wouldn't touch it if I was you.
You're right. It could be cursed.
Shame I can't give him the statue of 𝘱𝘦𝘴𝘭𝘭𝘭. That would be pretty cool.
Give me a clue. What kind of things does your shaman like? Does he have a hobby, a favorite sport?
You insult us. The shaman lives on a higher plane.
Oh, right. Maybe a book would be more suitable.
Jigsaw.
Or a jigsaw puzzle? Don't you just hate choosing presents for people you don't know?
That's why I don't buy presents for people I don't know. Because fuck them. Why should I care what they want?
There wasn't much point in sending the empty box back to the shaman.
So we can't do that. So what we need to do is you need to put the stone inside the dog box. I'll show him.
I put the Mayan stone in the empty box.
Sweet. Give the box back to this dude.
Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
I wonder how many
give
people
them to
understood what to do though. I don't remember struggling on this part at all. But it's not very
What do you do
obvious.
for entertainment here in the jungle?
We make documentaries. Me and Tabtic, we've appeared in 7 TV films and an article in National Geographic.
Holy shit. I love how so random they are.
The shaman wants to talk to you.
I hoped he would. Well, it's been nice to talk to you guys.
See you, fellas. Brilliant. Here he is.
Hi, my name's 𝘱𝘐𝘍𝘍𝘪.
Please, sit down.
Can I have my stone back?
Welcome, George.
Thanks.
It has long been foretold that a white man would bring the coyote stone to this village.
So it is a coyote. I thought it was a jaguar stone. Am I thinking of another one? Oh, excuse me.
I don't suppose this would be any use to you.
It sure would. This wax on a stick will change our lives.
What do you want it for?
To decorate our bodies for the monkey dance.
Interesting.
Why is Father Hubert so reluctant to visit the village?
I don't know. He used to come here a lot, but then he just stopped. You'd think he'd want to spend some time with his kids.
Wait, what? He has kids.
Did you say
Holy
Father
shit.
Hubert has kids?
3 girls and 5 boys by my reckoning.
Fuck.
All
He's been busy.
conceived in the same week at the Feast of the Monkey Dance.
You got 8 girls pregnant in a week. That can't be good for him. No wonder he refuses to come to this village. But still, what a bastard. He's a dad. You need to be a father to your children even if you don't want to. Should have kept your dick in your pants if you didn't want kids.
My girlfriend's been bitten by a snake.
And you want me to heal her?
That's the idea. Can you do it?
I'm not sure. My gums aren't what they used to be.
Listen, my girlfriend's in a coma. Please, old man, give me the root.
What root?
Father Hubert told me of a root which could cure the bite of the river snake.
There's nothing sacred with these people. That was our
Son of a
secret,
bitch.
known only to members of my tribe.
How does the priest
If
know
that
then?
root is my chance of saving Nico's life, then I want it. Fast.
There is time yet, George Stobart. Time to learn why you were called here.
Fine. If I listen to your story, then will you give me the root?
The eel travels far, but still returns to the place of his spawning.
And look, I'm running a tight schedule, so can you skip the riddles?
So, shut up and listen,
Many
George.
years ago, when the world was young, the great god and king Quetzalcoatl was defeated by trickery and deceit. His enemy Tezcatlipoca took his place as leader and demanded terrible human sacrifices. A group of loyal priests found a way to trap Tezcatlipoca. But his powers were so great, they knew he would not remain trapped forever. His time of incarceration would end with the eclipse, which marked the close of the Fifth Age. So the priests fashioned 3 obsidian stones which contained the power to seal the mirror for all time. But before the stones could be put in place, they were seized by the invading Spanish.
But how did they trap
Conquistadors.
Tez, the evil god?
They built a pyramid which they told Tezcatlipoca was dedicated to him. At its center, they fashioned a huge mirror of perfectly smooth obsidian. Luring him into the pyramid with praise and flattery, they used sorcery to ensnare him in the mirror.
Oh, so before they could sail him permanently, the Spanish conquistadors, the Spanish Inquisition, came, murdered everyone, stole everything, as they do. And yeah. So that was that. The other stones was taken by the Spanish. That's not a good idea, so we need to find them before Tezcatlipoca is revived. Yeah, this weird image.
Suppose I was to believe there was anything in your story, other than the rambling delusions of a seriously wacky old man. Suppose I
Wow.
was to swallow it, hook, line, and kitchen sink. What then?
Then you would see that the fate of the human race rests upon your shoulders.
I don't like that. That's so much weight. It's too much of a burden.
Do I get anything to help me combat Tezcatlipoca?
Like what?
Well, a magical weapon?
Get real, George.
What happened to the stones?
They were taken by the Spanish to the coastal town that is now called Quaramonte City. Only one stone reached Spain. The other 2 fell into the hands of buccaneers.
Bloody
The Jaguar
pirates.
stone was captured by an English captain, El Draco. The Eagle stone was taken by a pirate called Ketch. The 3rd stone, the Coyote stone, reached Spain safely. That is the stone in your possession.
Tell me more about the Eagle Stone.
The stone was loaded onto a galleon with many valuable artifacts plundered by the Spanish. But shortly after leaving harbor, a terrible squall blew up and damaged the ship. The ship was intercepted by a bloodthirsty pirate, Captain Ketch. Ketch made short work of overpowering the crew, stealing the treasure, and sinking the Spanish ship.
How does he know all this? Is the question. Like, do you keep a record of everything that happens in the world? I mean, I just don't understand how he would know this. So weird.
Where's the Eagle Stone now?
Nobody knows for sure. Ketch retired from piracy and bought an island in the Caribbean.
As you do for your retirement? There's no way in hell the English people, what they're called, you know, the ones who used to work for the king, who used to hunt pirates. There's no way in hell they would have let him retire. They would have found him and killed him, surely. We've seen Pirates of the Caribbean. We know how it is.
Tell me more about the Jaguar Stone.
Many centuries ago, the port of 𝘨𝘮𝘮𝘴 was entered by a ship flying Spanish colors. The captain, the man known as 𝘱𝘍𝘍𝘆, sent soldiers ashore. Only when the soldiers arrested the mayor did the people realize that they were English privateers. The mayor was held hostage while the soldiers looted and plundered the city. Amongst the treasures they stole was the Jaguar Stone.
So I was remembering the Jaguar Stone. I just remembered the wrong one. Huh. Interesting. Stupid brain.
Where is the Jaguar Stone now?
I suppose 𝘱𝘍𝘍𝘆 took it back to his homeland, across the Great Sea.
To England. What do I do when I find the stones?
Bring them here to me, and I shall prepare you. The stones must be taken to the heart of the pyramid. Only there can they be used to seal the gate by which 𝘱𝑠𝑐𝑎𝑡l𝑖poca will return to this world.
Can you show me the way to the pyramid of 𝘱𝑠𝑐𝑎𝑡l𝑖poca?
Not until you possess all 3 stones.
That's an odd thing to ask. There's literally no reason for us to go there until we have the stones. Why did we get the option to ask?
There's an eclipse of the sun due very soon, isn't there?
Correct. The eclipse which marks the ending of the 5th age will come before the next full moon.
Less than 2 weeks. I didn't really believe that 𝘱𝑠𝑐𝑎𝑡l𝑖poca would return, but I figured Karzak's plans were in some way connected.
It's too much of a coincidence for them not to be connected.
Now do I get the root?
Here, take it. Make haste if you wish to save the girl's life. The hummingbird sings to me of death to come.
Now you're talking in riddles again. Listen, is it okay if I crash here? I've got no chance of finding my way through the jungle in the dark.
You're welcome, but you probably won't get much sleep. Tonight's the night of the monkey dance.
Does that mean that George is gonna have kids? He definitely should come back all disheveled. His clothes should be all fucked
I
up.
left the village at dawn and stumbled back through the jungle in a post-party daze.
Definitely.
It was just like sneaking back to my parents' house when I was younger. Except Oakland didn't have monkeys or parrots.
For a jungle that would murder you if you stepped off the beaten path. His clothes should all be disheveled. Like, his shirt should be open and his hair should be messed up. Okay, so we need to use the cone with the press. I think I can do this now.
The cone was ideal as a makeshift container.
And we need to use the root with the press. And we can use the cross on the press because we need to squash it. We need to get the juices from the root. That's what we're doing. Squeeze.
As the liquid was squeezed from the root, it collected in the cone.
Just as I expected. All according to my plan. Excellent. Off we go.
Look, Hubert, the antidote.
That cone is
What are you waiting for? Give it to the girl, quickly.
that cone is really long. It wasn't that long in the picture.
Nico. Here, drink this.
Tea.
Oh, George, it's horrible.
Just swallow it down.
I'm so immature.
Okay, try and rest now, darling. You'll need all your strength when we go after the other 2 stones.
Other stones? What other stones? What have you gotten me into now, George Stobart?
Well, the patient is sounding more like her old self already.
Nico recovered quickly from her fever. To save time, we decided to split up and look for each stone independently.
The aeroplane.
I traced the pirate Ketch to a remote island in the Caribbean. With the fortune he'd amassed from piracy, He'd retired to a place that was later called Ketch's Landing.
Oh, yes. This area right here. I love this part. Absolutely love it. This whole Ketch's Landing and this whole area with George is arguably my favorite. It's very good. You can get stuck here quite easily. Like, it's very confusing on what to do sometimes. I mean, it was. It won't be anymore because I know exactly what to do. He says. So yeah, well, yeah, this next part is bloody great. Bloody good.